Roblox is the most played video games on Earth by far, bringing billions of dollars each year in revenue to its company. All of that is based on UGC, user-generated content, which means every game, object, or whatever you'll find in the game has been made by another player. So, as a proficient developer, I asked myself, could I make a game in this environment? To answer this question, I brought my best friend into it to find out. Therefore, we are going to compete for the next 24 hours to make the best Roblox game we can. But there is a catch. At random time during this 24 hours, 3 challenges will occur. If we don't succeed at implementing what the challenge asks for, we will be automatically eliminated. Even before we can choose an ID, the first challenge appears, making a lobby. It can be that hard, right? Well, actually, when you make a lobby in Roblox, you have to teleport the player into a whole different game, which is very hard for someone who has mainly worked on Unity. But anyways, I have to make the
best lobby possible so that Axel wouldn't stand a chance against me.
To begin with, I watched a 10-minute video roughly explaining how to make a lobby in Roblox. I can break it down into 3 main steps. First up is building the pattern, basically the rules player follow to explore the lobby and hit all the points of interest. I'll make a simple circle because the only useful spot will be at the center of it. Next is figuring out the enclosure, like where does the map stop, how much space is it going to take up, and what style do we want to apply to it. To match the natural vibe of my lobby, I just grabbed an asset pack that fits the style and start enclosing the base plate with it. And finally, the fun part, decoration. This is where I bring my level to life by adding little detail all around the map, making the lobby feel super vibrant and somewhere players actually want to chill in. Meanwhile, Axel, my opponent, seems to be fine with this. Well, it's a lobby. Let me know in the comments if you should have been eliminated for that. Back on my side, I still have no idea what Axel is cooking up, and it already took me 4 hours just to make my lobby, so yeah, I still don't have any actual game ready. Remember, any minute now another challenge is gonna pop up, and I have absolutely no idea what it's even about. So I decide to go back to digging for a game ID. After a bit, I pick something easy enough, an Agario style game. My initial thought is that the map will shrink over time, and the bigger you get, the further you push other players. So I replace the player character with a ball, because the whole point of the game is to make these balls expand as the player controlling it get more points. Next up, I'm tossing in a proper rune system with a UI feedback so the player actually gets what's happening. And let me tell you, this was a massive pain in to set up. I end up spending like 2 hours debugging this mess because of some messed up server client event stuff. Seriously, I even have to shove debug message right into the UI just to figure out what the hell is going on. But hey, after all that struggle, you know, peace usually comes. And that's exactly how the UI for the rune system finally become functional. And I'm actually pretty stoked I struggled with that because the next challenge was actually to make a professional GUI. We could say that I totally lucked out on this one. Meanwhile, Axel decided to go for some kind of fighter game, where the goal is to punch out the opponent from the map, kinda like a Smash Bros, you know? After struggling with his shrinking terrain system, he gets the challenge notification, which means it's time for him to make his GUI. For that, he decided to generate an image with an IA, which he'll use as a button for player to punch their opponent. So he adds the button and tries to trigger a punch event for me. But of course, it doesn't work. Like, what the actual He spent a whole damn hour trying to get this thing to work without duplicating his code. It's a nightmare, dude. So after all that headache, he just says screw it and duplicates the code with a tiny fix. And guess what? It actually worked. Hey, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Next, he had some logics to properly handle when those buttons appear and disappear. Gotta make sure that UI is smooth, you know? Back to me, I hit up the toolbox and cut the diamond assets. These are basically how you rack up points in the game. These little gems are gonna randomly pop up all over the map, and player gonna scoop them up to stack points and get huge. The colors go from green, which are basic as hell and give you fewer points, all the way to gold, which are insanely rare but give you a huge amount of points. It's basically a diamond treasure hunt with extra step, kinda. Let's jump into the last challenge, adding an animation to my game. This time, my luck totally ran out. And get this, Axel already has an animation in his game, cause it's a core part of its gameplay, so where he had a rough time with UI, this is gonna be my moment to struggle. For this challenge, I'm thinking the animation can't be anything too complex, like rigging stuff in 3D software. No way I'm adding arms to my ball just for this challenge. I decided to go with something way simpler. The balls growing bigger is gonna be twinned, and yeah, that totally counts as an animation. Seriously, remember Axel's lobby? That shit wasn't exactly a masterpiece either. So I dive into the code and decide to tweak the gameplay. Now instead of players just pushing each other around, like in Agarios, they'll actually swallow each other. This is gonna save me some serious time to polish up other detail at the end. Oh, I knew might notice, I've also added a timer to make sure round actually end. Plus, there is this sick animation where you see the diamond get absorbed when player picks them up. I know, I'm not showing you everything yet, but hey, I'm an artist, dude. And speaking of making game legit, you know what every proper game needs? Any game that's played in round, especially game where you get a tag in a lobby with other player. Yeah, those kind of games absolutely need a leaderboard. And the UI, as we've seen, is totally not my strong suit. Remember, we are on a tight 24-hour clock here, and I'm pretty much out of time before the final showdown. For the last hour I have left, I'm adding indicator above each player and some dub sound design, so player can find each other faster, with their current score displayed right underneath. After that, the clock runs out, and it's time to compare games. Just before that, as you might have noticed from my amazing sexy accent, both Axel and I are French, so for the deliberation, we're gonna speak the language of love, oui baguette. Worry not, my friend, I added subtitles for you. So, let's go!
Te rejoins. Oh!
Alors.
T'as les assets sur le côté.
Il y a les assets sur les côtés, mais ouais, du coup, j'ai fait le lobby tout seul.
Ok. Putain, joli lobby. Je me sens bien, là.
Vas-y, ok.
Là, je suis dans le jeu.
Ah!
Attends, en fait, on a énormément d'inertie. Ok, j'ai capté.
Ouais. Plus t'es gros, plus t'as de l'inertie.
T'étais trop gros, mec.
J'ai trop d'inertie, Axel.
Putain, c'est drôle, ton truc. Ah. Allez.
Je sais pas si t'as vu, mais t'as le texte au-dessus de ta tête qui me crise avec la distance et tout.
Ouais, j'ai vu ça. Attends. Non,
Axel, l'inertie! L'inertie!
Écoute, je suis juste trop fort à ce jeu, mec.
T'es le boss, ça. Tu es le boss.
Tu es le boss. Mon jeu est beaucoup plus fun.
Alright, to wrap things up, here is what Axel cooked up for his game. Oh, his animation is actually pretty decent, but unfortunately 24 hours just weren't enough for him to get a finished game. So, either we are dropping a part 2, maybe in Unity or some other game engine, or we just run it back on Roblox Studio. Let us know in the comment. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe.